They distort. We dissect. They distract. We investigate. Japan Journal with Mal Adams. Facts. Courage. No apologies.
On this sacred turning of the seasons, as day and night stand in perfect balance, I pause to honor my friends in Japan and the life I have built here across 50 years. The autumnal equinox is no mere date on the calendar. It is a cosmic threshold when the earth leans neither toward light nor shadow, and all creation is held in a moment of equilibrium. It is a reminder that we too must seek balance between labor and rest, the material and the spiritual, life and death. In Japan, this day is known as Shubun no Hi. It is a national holiday, but more than that, it is a day of reverence. Families visit ancestral graves, clean the stones, and offer flowers, incense, and prayers. It is a day when Shinto traditions calls us to honor the kami, those sacred spirits that reside in all things, while Buddha's practice reminds us to remember our ancestors and to contemplate the impermanence of life. Together, these traditions weave a cultural fabric that elevates respect for nature, reverence for family, and awareness of the unseen threads that bind us to past and future. The equinox is cosmological. It marks the passage of the sun across the celestial equator, a mirror between hemispheres, a pause in the eternal dance of light. Ancient peoples look to this moment as a sign of harmony in the universe, and Japan preserves that vision with quiet dignity, drawing the human spirit closer to the cosmic order. It's a beautiful thing. In Japan, nature is not conquered, but revered. Mountains are sacred, rivers are living, forests breathe with divinity. This respect for the natural world is why I chose to spend the rest of my life here. Half a century has passed since I first set foot on these shores, and still I am moved by the way ordinary life in Japan embodies extraordinary reverence for cherry blossoms that bloom and fall, for cicadas that sing and die, for the endless cycle of seasons that mirrors our own fleeting existence. This reverence is not passive. It is active remembrance, ritualized in gestures of care. To bow before a shrine is to bow before the universe. To lay incense at a grave is to acknowledge that we are never alone, but always surrounded by those who came before us and those who will come after. Shinto teaches us that the divine is everywhere, in rocks and trees, in wind, in the sun itself. On this day, families may visit shrines to thank the kami for harvests past and for the blessings yet to come. Buddhism, introduced centuries ago here in Japan, harmonized with these beliefs, giving the equinox an added layer of meaning. It is one of the Higan periods, a time when the boundary between this world and the pure land is thought to grow thin. Monks chant sutras. Families meditate on the teachings of impermanence, compassion, and balance. Together, these traditions create a uniquely Japanese way of observing the universal mystery of existence. The equinox often coincides with respect for the aged day, Keiro no Hi, creating what is called Silver Week. I enjoyed that in this past week, and we had about a 7-day break, slinging 2 or 3 national holidays together. It's a beautiful thing. It is a rare constellation of holidays that allows families to gather, to honor elders, and to reconnect across generations. In this way, Japan not only honors the turning of the seasons, but also honors the turning of the human wheel of life. Youth becoming age, age becoming memory, memory becoming blessing. For me, Autumnal Equinox Day is a day of both gratitude and destiny. I came to Japan nearly 50 years ago, a young man seeking meaning, and I found it in the rhythm of this land, in the beauty of its people, in the spiritual depth of its traditions. I have walked through shrines shaded by centuries old cedars. I have stood silent before Buddhist temples where the bell tolls for all humanity, and I have broken bread with friends whose kindness embodies the very spirit of harmony. Now, as I grow older, I see that my life has come into balance here, just as light and dark are balanced on this day. The equinox reminds me that all journeys, no matter how long, are part of a greater cycle. And it reminds me while Japan, this land of reverence, beauty, and cosmic awareness, is the place where I have chosen to live the rest of my days. And every time I go live here or stream on GNN, the Global News Network, a division of Town Communications Company Limited, I appreciate you tapping in to another edition of Japan Journal. I am your host, Mal Adams. Stick and stay, don't you dare go away. We got a lot's coming to you because I have nothing better to do than to communicate with you. Thank you very much for joining us. And happy Autumn Equinox Day, wherever you may be on the planet. Okay, thank you. Good day.
They distort. We dissect. They distract. We investigate. Japan Journal with Mal Adams. Facts. Courage. No apologies.
The air buzzed with tension as Mal Adams stepped into the bright Tokyo venue. Mal's voice cut through the noise as he asked his first question, the room holding its breath. Mal pressed on, his determination unwavering despite evasive answers. Chilling final words left an eerie silence as the press conference came to an abrupt end. Alone with his thoughts, Mal grappled with the weight of the unanswered questions.
Stay tapped into this edition of Japan Journal with Mal Adams for the answers you seek in the top stories of the day. You'll be glad you did. Japan Journal with Mal Adams. Facts. Courage. No apologies.